We all know what personal protective equipment is, and we all know we should wear it. But sometimes we forget or wear the equipment wrong, and then we get hurt. To protect yourself from injury, wear personal protective equipment or PPE. Different parts of your body and different types of hazards require different forms of PPE. This training program will cover eye and face protection, hearing protection, head protection, hand protection, and foot protection. And always remember that wearing the wrong kind of PPE or wearing it incorrectly is dangerous to your health. How do you know which protection is right for you? Let's find out. Your facility health and safety professional identifies hazards in your work area. Then you're provided appropriate PPE to protect you from those hazards and trained in how to use and care for it. But it's up to you to wear PPE. Here are some basic PPE rules. 1. Use the right equipment for the right job and use it correctly. 2. Inspect PPE for damage before and after use. 3. Clean PPE after use. 4. Replace equipment that is defective. 5. Follow your facility's rules at all times. The most common PPE you'll use on the job are items that protect your eyes, face, ears, head, hands, and feet. We'll look at each type of protection. The most common hazards to your eyes and face are from flying particles, liquid and powdered chemical splashes, heat, and lasers. There are 5 basic types of eyewear and face protection available: safety glasses, goggles, face shields, welding helmets, and laser eyewear. Safety glasses are strong, provide front and side protection, and come in many styles. Goggles can be worn over prescription and safety glasses. They come with either non-vented lenses for working around fumes or with vents for working around splash hazards. Special shades and filters are used with face shields, welding helmets, and laser eyewear for extra protection. Choose the proper ratings for shades and filters depending on the specific job. Wearing eye protection correctly is as important as choosing the right equipment. For example, safety glasses should grip your head snugly and sit comfortably on the bridge of your nose. Use a headband to hold them in place if necessary. Goggles should also fit snugly and seal the entire eye area. Laser protection, face shields, and welding helmets should also fit your face comfortably and snugly. Both shields and helmets should sit parallel to the front of your head, and the sides should be the same distance from your face. And even though a face shield covers your entire face and neck, you must still wear safety glasses or goggles underneath for extra protection. Check with your facility safety officer about wearing contact lenses or phototropic or variable tinted lenses. They're often prohibited in some work environments. If you wear prescription glasses, wear goggles over them, or have your safety glasses made to your prescription so you won't need your regular glasses. And keep protective eyewear on whenever you're in a hazardous area, since debris from other operations could harm you. To keep all plastic lenses and surfaces clean and scratch-free, clean them under running water with a non-abrasive soap and then air dry. Most hearing loss is caused by repeated exposure to excessive noise. But how do you know you're in danger? One way of telling is the 2-foot rule. If you have to raise your voice to be heard by someone less than 2 feet away, you need hearing protection. Another way of identifying a dangerous situation is when you see warning signs and labels in the work area. The 3 types of hearing protection you'll most often use on the job are earplugs, hearing bands, and earmuffs. Each type is best for certain noise levels, and the key to each is a good fit and a good seal. Earplugs are the most common. They come in different shapes. They're made of foam, advanced polymers, or silicone. The denser the material, the higher the noise level protection. Hearing bands look like earplugs, but they have their own suspension system. Depending on the style, they can be worn over the head, behind the neck, or under the chin. The headband itself can be bendable or telescoping, and the earpods are available in foam and silicone. Earmuffs feature cups filled with liquid or foam. When worn together with earplugs, they offer the best protection from sound and flying debris. Before inserting any plugs into your ears, wash your hands. Then roll the plugs into small rod-like shapes. Pull back and upwards on your ear and insert a plug into the ear canal. Hold it in for a few seconds to get a good fit. Repeat with the other plug. Check your earplugs every 2 hours to make sure you still have a good seal. For earmuffs, make sure there's a good seal around your ear. If needed, move or remove anything that interferes, such as hair or earrings. Always throw away disposable earplugs as soon as you remove them. And after you clean reusable ear protection, store it safely away from damaging substances and conditions. You need head protection whenever working in areas where you could bump your head on an obstruction, where falling or flying objects are possible, and when working near exposed electrical conductors and moving machinery. Hard hats are by far the most commonly used head protection. All hard hats must comply with standards from the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI. All ANSI-tested hats should withstand up to 40 pounds of impact. The traditional hard hat is called a Type 1 hat. It provides protection for the top of your head only. Type 2 hats absorb the force of lateral, front, side, back, and top impact. Both types of hard hats are categorized into 3 classes, depending on their specific protection abilities. 1. Class C, which protects you from the impact of falling objects. 2. Class E, which protects you from high-voltage electrical hazards as well as impact. 3. Class G, which protects you from low-voltage electrical hazards as well as impact. Some hard hats have brims and visors to protect from splashes, spills, dirt, or rain while shading your eyes from the sun. And some hats have built-in slots for attachments, such as face shields and ear protection. Some hard hats come with a chin strap, which helps to secure it to the head. Headgear for specialized work includes supplied air helmet systems for working with dangerous fumes and atmospheres. To properly wear a hard hat, make sure there's space between the top of your head and the inside shell of the hat. This space allows the suspension system to absorb an impact, and it allows air circulation to keep your scalp cool. To create enough space, loosen or tighten the headband or move the ratchet device. Then make sure the hat is on your head parallel to the ground, not cocked up or tilted down. A good fit check is to bend over with the hat on and shake your head. The hat shouldn't fall off because of its own weight. Keep your hat strong by never dropping it, throwing it, or leaving it out in direct sunlight. These actions, as well as drilling holes in it or painting it, can weaken the shell. In addition to washing the suspension system monthly, replace it every year. Several jobs require hand PPE, such as working around chemicals, abrasive or corrosive materials, electrical equipment, machinery hotspots, hand tools, and certain machinery. Knives cause the most injuries to hands, mainly because of operator frustration and fatigue, and the use of dull knives. Gloves are the most common form of hand protection, and there are many types available. Use vinyl, rubber, or neoprene gloves when working with chemicals, not canvas or cotton gloves. Liquid chemical solutions will soak through canvas and cotton and irritate or burn your skin. For added protection from chemicals, tape gloves to the sleeves of non-absorbent shirts, suits, or protective sleeves. Whenever you work with petroleum-based products, wear synthetic gloves. Leather or cotton-knitted gloves are best for handling most abrasive materials. And cut-resistant gloves, some with metal staples, protect you from sharp objects. But never wear metal gloves when working with electrical equipment. Electrical gloves have class ratings written on the cuff to help you choose the right glove for the job. If need be, use a glove that's one class higher than you need, never lower. Other types of hand protection available are disposable gloves and temperature-resistant gloves and protective sleeves. Whatever gloves you use, make sure they fit comfortably. To find your hand size, measure from the tip of your middle finger to the end of your shirt cuff. Always store specialty gloves in areas that protect them from light, temperature extremes, excessive humidity, the ozone, and other damaging substances and conditions. Today's safety footwear is designed to protect you from 4 specific hazards: compression, impact, puncture, and chemicals. Choose foot protection that meets ANSI standards and is labeled with specific compression and impact ratings. Select the correct rating to equal or exceed the pounds of pressure your feet may experience. Types of foot PPE include overboots, over-the-sock boots, work shoes or boots, and specialty items. Overboots made of neoprene, natural rubber, latex, and vinyl slip over your work shoes for complete protection. Over-the-sock boots provide all-day protection without the need for additional shoes or boots. These boots usually have steel shanks, steel midsoles, and slip-resistant soles. Work shoes and boots protect your feet around heavy machinery and wet, muddy, frigid, or high-heat conditions. They're used for long-term situations and feature padded insoles and cushioned linings for comfort. Work shoes and boots are made with puncture-resistant and slip-resistant soles and steel-reinforced box toes to protect your feet from being pierced or crushed. Specialty footwear includes spikes and chains, thermal socks and liners, and leg, foot, and metatarsal guards. There's also footwear to protect you from explosive and electrical hazards. And to stay free of static electricity, wear conductive shoes or shoe covers specifically designed to drain static charges into the ground. For work around water, chemicals, oil, or grease, rubber or plastic foot protection is best, especially items with slip and oil-resistant soles. To get the correct fit, remember that safety footwear runs about the same size as your street shoes. It's always best to wear clean, dry, 100% cotton socks under foot protection. And if any footwear gets damp, let it dry completely before wearing it again. This program outlined equipment used to protect the eyes, face, hearing, head, hands, and feet, and how to properly wear and care for the equipment. You know how important it is to wear the appropriate PPE. Without the right protection, you could be the one carried out with an injury. So be smart. Always wear the right type of PPE for the job you're doing, and wear it correctly. It's the best way to protect yourself from an injury.